Zechariah says, behold, your king is coming to you righteous and having salvation, humble and mounted on a donkey, right? He's mounted on a donkey, an animal for traveling that signifies peacetime, right? It doesn't signify war or battle, right? It signifies that if you're going to ride in on a donkey, you're coming in peace. And that's what Jesus was doing. He was coming humbly. He was coming peacefully. He was coming on a donkey. But he wasn't just humble and gentle and peaceful and gracious and kind. He's a powerful king to come on a donkey. Look at the beginning of verse 10 in chapter 9, or you can listen. He says, I will cut off the chariots from Ephraim and the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off. Right? God is saying, I don't need the war horse. I don't need the bow. I don't need the spear. I don't need the battle. I'm coming to you in peace because I am a mighty God and I am a mighty king, and I'm coming to you in peace, and I'm coming to you humbly, and I'm coming to you powerfully, and I'm coming to you victoriously. And one other thing we see is a victorious king at the end of verse 10. He says, he shall speak peace to the nations, and his rule shall be from sea to sea, right? We see a victorious king coming on a donkey, right? Yeah, he's coming humbly. But he's coming in peace. He's coming in gentleness. He's coming in salvation. He's coming powerfully, and he's coming victorious. Right? He's not coming on a war horse. He's not in chariots of gold. He doesn't have armies of warriors ready to take his place, and he's to fight for him. He comes on a donkey, on, Matthew says, beast of burden. He refers to him that way. You see, it's the coming of Jesus into Jerusalem that reveals the character of his kingdom. The character of his kingdom. Think about the Beatitudes in Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn over their sin. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Blessed are those who are pure in spirit. Blessed are those who are peaceful. Blessed are those who are persecuted for their faith, or persecuted for my name. Are these not characteristics of the kingdom of God? Are these not the marks of a follower of Christ? And we see this in Jesus. We see this in our King, the one that is to come to ride on a donkey into Jerusalem, the one that will be the victorious ruler, comes humbly and he comes gently. 1 Peter chapter 2, Peter writes that Christ came as an example for us to follow. Christ is our example. He was an example for his disciples as he walked on this earth, and even all these years later for us gathered in this room. Christ is the example. So here's the question: do we live out these characteristics in our life?